respect me the same way you are respecting me right now. Because you should respect the emotions, not the trade. And that really, I thought that I'll start with that. Anyways, there's a lot to speak about geriatric medicine, the sufferings of seniors, and I just correct my friend. I was just 12 years in my service, so I couldn't go for voluntary retirement. I actually resigned. So it's because of the sufferings and the pain I saw among the seniors during my tenure of 12 years of service in the government. Small statistics. We are here talking, alhamdulillah, all of us are well off. Only 20% of my patients that I saw, and that probably will be the scenario of whole Kashmir as well. They are financially independent. That we say that they have a pension or they are from the affluent class, they have good businesses. It's 20%. And the second category would be partially financially independent. They are the smaller people having pension of 2,000, 3,000, or a small shop that has been given on the rent. So it's around 30%, 30 to 35%. And the whooping of 45% are actually financially dependent on their adult children. That's a huge amount. And here, this is just a case I'm putting forward. We are not only dealing with the people who are retired or who have some money or are from the affluent class. We are dealing with 50% of such patients or seniors who are actually financially dependent on their adult children, and majority of them are from a lower middle class whose children themselves try to meet their ends. Many cases come to me. So actually, I would have loved to speak in Kashmiri, but I think many of the faces, they won't understand Kashmiri. The emotions come with Kashmiri. One of the caretakers told me that मेरे अपने 2 बच्चे हैं जिनका खुद का फीस नहीं मैं दे पा रहा हूँ, तो इस माँ बाप का क्या करूँ? So he wanted to do something for the parents because one of them was a very sick patient, had some Alzheimer's problem and needed a constant care and whatever. So he said that मेरे 2 बच्चे हैं जिनका अपना फीस नहीं मैं दे पा रहा हूँ, तो इनका क्या करूँगा? So this is one case scenario. Again, as the respected lawyer said that we should not impose ourselves on the seniors. I'm myself still, going through a stage where I have small children. A patient came to me, said that my 2 sons have made my death certificate somehow and are in the process of transferring all the property, and I realized it later. So I told them that I will definitely help you in that. I was that time in Ahate Bakar, a daycare center for senior citizens in the government sector. He said that I don't want to, I would have loved to speak in Kashmiri, but I'll translate it in Urdu. मैंने इन बेटों के लिए जिंदगी पर झूठ बोला, सच बोला, क्या मेहनत की. आज मैं उनको कोर्ट कचहरी में अब इस उम्र में चलाऊंगा, लोगों में उनको बदनाम करूंगा. शायद ये सही नहीं रहेगा, तो आप मेरा सिर्फ इलाज कीजिए. So I don't think we can take exceptions or generalizations. There may be some parents who might try to impose themselves on their children. But in my notice, I have not come across any such real, जिन्होंने पूरी जिंदगी आपके लिए दी, वो आपके फ्यूचर के लिए आपको कभी हर्डल नहीं बन सकते. I don't think so. I don't think so. And again, what I want to share here is a very important thing, is that in Kashmir especially, what I have seen, none of the parents want to speak against the children. It's by a lot of effort, because हमें पूछना पड़ता है जी केयर गिविंग कौन कर रहा है, दवाई कौन दे रहा है, इंसुलिन कौन करेगा. Then somehow they open up and say the things. Otherwise they are not ready to speak against their children. They are not ready to say anything against their children. So that on that note, what is very important for us is to realize that parents are always parents. They keep on sacrificing. They keep on sacrificing till their last. And now, what is the role of the children? Today is World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. I recently had a patient. She was 67 years old. chief, as a doctor, we ask for chief complaint. Like what's the problem? तो उसने ये कहा कि मेरे 2 घुटनों में दर्द है, एब्सोल्युटली परफेक्ट, मेरे सर में भी दर्द है, ओके, एग्रीड। उसके बाद उसने ये कहा कि खलीस, मेरे बगल में भी दर्द है। So in science, usually when a person says pain for 5 or more than 5 places, you should think of something else. I got investigations done and everything was fine. In a nutshell, आपने भी वो कहा, she had 2 sons and they have somehow cheated her and got all the property transferred on their name. उनका husband भी मर गया था and she was living in mosque where Hamami's kamra, Hamami who is the caretaker of the mosque. So since the Hamami was a local person, she was forced to live in the room that belonged to a mosque and she was on zakat of people. And when I realized इसके एक बेटे के पास 8 लाख की गाड़ी थी और दूसरे बेटे के पास 10 लाख की गाड़ी थी, doing a wonderful business that was established by their father. लेकिन इस माँ को कुछ भी नहीं दिया, सारा अपने आप में बांटा था दोनों. And they had left one daughter, one sister unmarried. That time she was 32 years of age and she was with them. So this kind of elder abuse is not uncommon in our society. Alhamdulillah, during my service, I have seen more than 30,000 seniors and realized that 50%, whooping of 50% are the victims of elder abuse. Elder abuse does not only mean that they beat their parents or they kick their parents out of their homes. Abuse happens inside the homes. What is abuse actually? Your parents taking the medicine of diabetes and you don't know the name of the medicine. आपका पेरेंट कितने यूनिट इंसुलिन ले रहा है ये भी नहीं आपको पता है. I have patients who say that for last 3 months we are living in the same room, in the same house. For last 3 months my son has not even talked to me nicely. They don't even greet them when they leave the house in the morning. So this is a psychological abuse that is very, very rampant in Kashmir. We are very proud that we don't have old age homes, but we have made the actual hells for them at our own homes. One patient came to me, chief complaint was, I have so much stories. आप मुझे ये बताइए कि मेरा बेटा मेरे साथ रहता है या मैं अपने बेटे के साथ रह रहा हूँ. This is a chief complaint. न दर्द न कुछ. नहीं आप मुझे बताइए. तो मैंने कहा क्या हुआ? कहा कुछ नहीं, वो खुद दावत पे गए हैं, उनकी बीवी गुजर गई थी. कहा कि वो मेरा बेटा बहू के साथ बच्चों के साथ कहीं दावत पे गए, 3 दिन के लिए मेरे लिए खाना बना के रखा है. मुझे कहा गया कि खुद ही गर्म करना और खाना. 3 दिन से घर भी मेरा, पेंशन भी मेरा, खर्चा भी मेरा, एंड मेरे साथ ये सलूक हो रहा है. तो अब उसके पेट में दर्द था, वो बासी खाना खाते खाते. और चीफ कंप्लेंट ये थी कि आप मुझे ये बताइए कि मैं अपने बेटे के साथ रह रहा हूँ, बेटा मेरे साथ रह रहा है. So these are just not just a tip of iceberg. This is nothing of iceberg. That because there are many stories that will pain you and but the only thing that I want to convey here is that we are actually going through a very bad phase. Why are we talking about actually saying to someone that you should be fair to your parents? This itself is irony कि हमें इन चीज़ों के लिए सेमिनार कॉन्फ्रेंसेस रखने पड़ते हैं कि हमें बेटे को ये सिखाना है कि तुम अपने माँ बाप के साथ अच्छा सलूक करो. So there are many things to say. So as a technical point, what is elder abuse? It's being unfair, being unjust, neglecting, abandoning, psychologically traumatizing, financially abusing the senior citizen. And in Kashmir, it's primarily because the caretakers are their own children, their adult children. The perpetrators are their adult children. And what I have realized and gathered the data is the more than 50% are facing elder abuse, and the majority of the perpetrators are unfortunately their own sons, especially after marriage, followed by daughter-in-laws, followed by their own daughters, followed by their spouses. So this is the some brief data that I have gathered. and that actually corroborates with the research done in other parts of India and globally as well. On that note, the important thing that I would discuss right now is simple two things. What we are focusing on, I have seen my patients more focusing on medicines. Ji dawai kya lenge? I would rather tell that it's like a car with 4 tires. चारों टायरों में बराबर फूंक होना चाहिए, चारों टायर एक जैसे होने चाहिए, तब गाड़ी सही चलेगी. सो उसमें सबसे पहला क्या रहेगा? दैट्स लाइफस्टाइल. दूसरा योर डाइट. तीसरा मेडिकेशन, एंड द फोर्थ इज एडहेरेंस टू द मेडिकेशन. You eat anything you want. Just skip 3 things in your diet. Simple. 3 W's: white salt, white sugar and white maida. ये 3 W खत्म कर दीजिए आप डाइट में से. सिंपल. आपको मटन खाना है, लीन मीट खाइए. आपको चिकन खाना है, चिकन खाइए. आपको लेंटिल्स खाने हैं, दैट्स अ प्लांट बेस्ड प्रोटीन, वो आप खाइए. आपको फ्रूट्स खाने हैं. Last time I had an opportunity to talk to Dr. Karan Singh ji. So I told him that जो हमारे इंसान का एक यूजर मैनुअल बना हुआ है, हमारे यूजर मैनुअल में जो पहले चाहे वो 1000 साल, 10,000 साल, 1,00,000 साल पहले बना है, वो मैनुअल वही है और हमारी बॉडी भी वही है. That has been meant to eat vegetables, that has been meant to eat fruits, that has been meant to eat mutton or fish or whatever. It has not been meant to smoke. It has not been meant to drink alcohol. It has not been meant to take burgers and pizzas. So the best thing would be take the nutritious diet that is cooked at home, that nature gives you, and of course exercise. 30-minute walking, 30-minute exercising, cycling, whatever you do is good. If somebody cannot walk because of the problems of the knee, just sitting on your chair, you can do PT exercises like raising your hands and legs. So this is very important. Taking meals 6 times a day, very important. Important smaller portions, but divided 6 times a day. Breakfast 11 a.m., then lunch, post lunch 4 p.m., then 6 p.m., and then the dinner. So preferably take your dinner by 8 p.m. so that you can sleep after an hour or 2 hours. Exercise I told about. So now science has come to the conclusion that even patients who have some kidney problem, don't restrict proteins. Give them proteins, especially the plant-based protein like lentils, moong dal, chana dal, chola dal. You have to give them, because if you deprive them of the proteins, their other problems will come into food. And medication. Medication, of course, very important. Take the medicines as prescribed by the doctor. Don't try to Google your symptoms. Don't try to Google the side effects of the medicines. This I have seen very much in my seniors, especially from the affluent class, who have access to the technology and internet. So it's a doctor who knows what is the side effect. And each medicine has hundreds of effects. I may give it for something else. Another doctor may think of giving that medicine for something else. So it's the best is the doctor to decide what is good for you. Don't Google your symptoms. Of course, be careful about your symptoms. Whenever you feel that everything is not okay with your body, talk to your doctor, go to the doctor. So don't adjust the doses of your own. When you do the medication, that your blood pressure should normalize, your sugar should normalize. I have seen many patients skipping the medicines. अब तो जी हमारा ब्लड प्रेशर तो नॉर्मल हो गया था, मैंने दवाई कम कर दी, मैंने दवाई छोड़ दी. And they come to us with again with high level of sugars, difficult to treat. So these are very small things. And of course, aging. I just want to clear that aging starts right in the womb of a mother. Even a 1-year-old child is aging, in the process of aging. Aging does not begin after 60 or 65. Everyone is in the process of aging. As we speak, everybody who is listening, young, adults, small children, even somebody in the womb, they are in the process of aging. Aging is different. The course of illness is different. That we need to differentiate. So without taking much of your time, I just want you, the affluent class here, the galaxy, that yes, we need to think of another 50% of the seniors like you who are not privileged to sit here, who are not privileged to be in this gathering. We also need to think about them. Thank you so much.